Hello. I know it's going to be a little bit loud tonight, but it's really hot, so I have the AC on. And let's see, we have Rick, and I know I talked to Jenny before I came on, and she was open to receive, so I'm just going to do Rick and Jenny. I wonder if I can turn that down a little bit. Can you stay? Okay. The phone doesn't like to stay. Stay. Hello, Rick. How are you? Maybe if I move it down a little bit. There we go. All right. We'll turn that off for a little bit because it's very loud. It makes me yell, but it also makes me hot if it's not on. Earlier today, I was cleaning and trying to like do something so that because the house here, we have like my room is just huge ceiling, and then the living room is just huge ceiling. So it's like the little ACs that we have just blow hot air around. So I had hello, how are you? Hello. I had like that winter stuff that you can put on your windows, like the plastic wrap. Um, so I knew that I had two of those, and I was like, maybe if I put the plastic wrap, because we have these weird windows too, so we can't just like put an AC in. Like we have to like uh, see how like that is around it. We have to like buy this special shit and like Velcro it in there, and then put the tube out. But it's like the fucking hot air blows right back in. And we have one of those in the living room, and we have one in here. But I knew I had that plastic wrap. So first I was like, maybe if I put the plastic wrap over the window, it will help to keep the hot air out. But then I realized it was big enough that I could like section off the stairs that are down there. So it's like now that AC and this AC are doing this side of the house, and the AC in the kitchen is doing like the down part, because downstairs the kitchen in my dad's room stays cool because like the heat falls. I mean, the cool air falls and the heat rises. So up here is like 9,000 degrees. Hello, hello, how are you? I made candles today too. I have a little twin flame golden golden light twin flame that I made a little extra because I had two to make for a person. And thank you so much for everything. Thank you. Hello. How are you guys doing? Let's see. So I know some of you guys are just coming in. I spoke to Jenny before I started, and I know Rick was in here. Like, he was the first guy in here. So I'm going to do Rick, and then Jenny was open to receive, and then anybody else who's here as a member, you're welcome to start popping your questions in there. If you are somebody that wants to do a reading, you can do a super chat or a $2.99 donation with my PayPal, my Venmo, my Cash App, whatever link you'd like to use within the description box. Or you're welcome to just listen to the messages, because I find whoever comes into these rooms, typically the messages go across the room for everybody. Hello, it's 11:33 a.m. Friday here in Queensland, Australia. So nice to see you again. Nice to see you too. I don't even know what time it is. I was like, I gotta eat and I gotta shower. Yeah, it's only 9:30. Not too bad for somebody that was like, arr. Because when I was down there and I was putting that plastic up, that took a lot longer than, I anticipated, because I'm not really good at like using my thumb. I use like a little thumbtack into like the how like when the wood meets. I was like, I'm trying to do it in a place that's like inconspicuous, but I'm not that fucking strong with my thumbs. And I'm standing on stools, and then I look and I'm like, oh my god, I don't have any time. Plus the sun stays up so much later now. It's always nice to see you too. You're not a member, that's okay. You're welcome to, hear the messages that come through tonight. If you want to become a member, it's $2.99 a month, or I let people just do like a little donation so they can ask one question while we're here. The reason I do it that way is because there are members who pay every month to be here, so I put them as priority. See the green names, they pay me every month to get their reading. So I try to make sure that this one is one that's paid. But I do promise I'm coming with a live free readings. I planned on doing it before, but I've just been in like let me clean, and trying to set up the Patreon, because that's going to be something for people too, which is going to be having different levels and fun things available. And then my Etsy's been taken off, so I've been doing a lot of orders, filling a lot of stuff. It's all good stuff. Hello, hello. You'll pay monthly? Okay. So when you look at the video, like wherever it says Divine Essentials, there's usually a thing that says join there. Sometimes it doesn't work if it's a certain type of phone, but for the most part it will say join, and you can join. If not, you might have to like go through a different way, but I'm pretty sure it's there. I haven't looked in a long time. I think it's iPhone that sometimes has a problem. So let me just set the intention to get grounded and stable, connected here, ground the energy, come back into the present moment, protect our medicine space, allow me to calm down a little bit. I was like, gotta run around, do a little Florida water. I also recorded a video on how to pass the Nooster rights to other people, so that is going to be available for people. I also have the PDF to go with it too, so that's available. It's done. I just haven't like published it. So let me go back up here and get Rick real quickly. How will things be improving for me this month, and what is a sign I can be looking for? Alright, so how will things be improving for you this month, and what is a sign you can be looking for? I've been guided to use this deck. I started recording stuff too for the Patreon. Like I was like, I'm gonna do these things on these days, so I've like, let me record them now and get them all ready so that they're like in there. And so today I was recording stuff for certain stuff. I used this deck, and then I used this deck, the Spirit of the Wheel, and my Starseed Oracle, and it was crazy how much synchronicity was coming through. I was like, I should just share these messages with everybody, because it's like the messages are just crazy. But this deck has been calling to me this last week, and good messages have been coming through it. So we have the Spiral Dancer, Circuitous Root Perception. All right, so I feel like things may have been kind of like circling in your life right now. Like you could find yourself like kind of circling back around to the same thing over and over, or feeling that way. It's like every time I feel like I'm getting a little bit ahead, I kind of like circle back into this place. You know, and I know how like your mind and stuff can kind of work like that, where it's like we perceive it that way, right? So it says perception. But if you were somebody on the outside, you may not perceive it in the same way. It's like when I look at you, I see you moving forward. I see you making changes. I see you doing things differently. I see you taking the steps that are necessary for you to make changes and for you to like shift your route into a new direction. So even if at different times you feel like you keep coming back to the same results, or coming back to the same mindset, or coming back to the same type of, outcome, just realize that it's all about perception, and that other people may actually be perceiving you in a new way. Okay, so pay attention to that. Number 5 is also about change. So I feel like whatever you've been circling within is starting to shift and change at this time. And then we have the Hawk Prince with number 11. It says spirit communication, pay attention. So again, they're wanting you to pay attention to the signs and the synchronicity that they're sending to you. This card has a lot of like eagle energy, so looking through the eyes of your heart and soul, and being patient with yourself when you do find yourself coming back to like certain things, or coming back to a certain feeling or certain mindset. It's okay for us to circle back around, but definitely I feel like with the 11, the 22, there's going to be a lot of synchronicity numbers coming through for you. Like you may start seeing a lot of 11 and 22, or you may just be seeing like the progression of things. Like I was saying, I've been seeing you progress. You may not be noticing it as much as other people, because when we progress, we're there every day, every step of the way. We take all of those little baby steps and we do it. But when other people, don't see us every second of the day, see us after we've done some progression, it's more noticeable. So I feel like you are progressing, you are getting ahead. It's like you're jumping from the 11 to the 22, but you may not always be recognizing that within yourself. So they're wanting you to pay attention to that and be patient. Give yourself time to just take a break. We also have 27 with partnership, romance, and the sacred union. So there could be things that are going to be manifesting in that area as well with the 11, the 22. Those are twin flame numbers. This is twin flame energy. 27 for me is very significant energy. I feel like things are going to be progressing in a good way. You're going to be finding the right partnership within yourself, within others. But, give yourself a pat on the back. Recognize how far you've come. We also have the map maker of destiny. It says authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. So stay authentic to your path, stay authentic to your truth. You do have a purpose here, and make sure that the inspiration that you're following is coming from free will. Like, don't do things just because you feel like this is what I should do, or this is what they would do, or this will get me XYZ. Make sure you're staying authentic to your purpose and to your inspiration within you. And then the Arrow Master says hitting the mark, intention, and detachment. So set your intention for what you are wanting authentically. What is inspiring you authentically at this time. Set the intention to hit that mark without overdoing it, without being like, I'm just going to work myself into a fucking hole, or without getting like, oh man, it's not there yet, so I'm just gonna kind of feel like shitty about it, and not give as much energy as I had been. Try to find the balance there, and know that when you detach from the outcome, you're going to hit the mark. Things are going to manifest. There's going to be a major transformation, but you've got to pay attention to your intuition and be patient. So patience has come through twice here. They're saying, be patient. Be patient. Things are coming to fruition. You're going to hit the mark, but you got to detach from that want or that need to hit that mark, so that it can just flow easily and effortlessly. So with the spirit of the wheel, we have freeze up moon, identity, self-discovery, and vulnerability. So allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself. I do feel like you are going through a time of discovering new levels of yourself. You are re-identifying in certain ways, like you're recognizing your power, coming out of a time. Yeah, you're healing yourself. It's like you're coming out of a cycle and into a new one. You're here to heal yourself and others, but you're also moving into a time where you're aligning with your full mission of assisting and teaching others. So you come here to heal yourself and others, but your full mission is to assist and teach others. Okay, so pay attention to what you've learned. I the other day I saw something from you where it was like, oh, it hit me all of a sudden, like I can learn from XYZ. You can also teach XYZ. There's different things inside of you that you can teach others. So don't dismiss that about yourself. As you're learning and as you're growing, as you're evolving, you acquire information, and you've already had information that you can help other people with. So as you're healing yourself, as you're learning new things, keep reminding yourself that you are also a teacher, and these 1111 is definitely going to be significant for you. This is a sign to pay attention to. Awakening code, mirror, synchronicity. I feel like there could be something specific with twin stuff coming up for you. I just got synchronicity again. Balance, certainty. So be certain, but balanced. Like certain that I'm gonna hit the mark, certain that I'm going through what I need to go through to get to where I need to get to. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and I don't have to try so hard. I can just allow. I can just be. I can just receive. And pay attention to the 11, because I feel like that's going to be significant for you, and they do want you to utilize your light to raise your vibration. Take time out in as well. You don't always have to be doing something to do that. Yeah, I just got this card again. So set the intention and then detach from the outcome, and that's going to be how you hit the mark. And you are going to be compensated for your perseverance. Get the rainbow prints. Okay, so you've been persevering, you've been trying hard, you've been figuring things out, you're doing the little things that you weren't doing before. And I've noticed, like I saw you on TikTok. You get your background, you got your profile picture. Like those little things make a big difference. And the fact that you figured those things out shows that you're doing stuff. You're putting yourself out there. So don't overdo it now. Like I'm taking the baby steps and doing all the things I need to do. I don't need to like kill myself. Like I'm showing up in the way that authentically feels right. And you will be compensated for that perseverance. Okay, so come out of the survival mode and out of any false promises that you may have created within yourself or with the spirit. Detoxify at this time, clear your energy, release any burdens that you're holding on to, because that is going to again assist you in giving birth to this new creation and possibly to communication and love. I feel like sometimes when we least expect it, or like we're busy doing something else, that's when love and partnerships show up for us. So, keep your eyes on your goals, but know that as you're doing that, you may hear something or receive some sort of message that's going to be uplifting in other areas. This says 27 again, contemplation, messages, deliberation. So deliberate on what you are thinking about, contemplating about, be open to receiving messages. And again, remember that universal law of if I'm learning, I can teach. There's learning and sharing within you to share with others. So when you're learning, you're absorbing, and when you teach, you're mastering. All right? Boopity boop. Hello, hello. 11 in the chat. 1122 are my birthday numbers. Awesome sauce. Good confirmations. All right, so I'm going to do Jenny's. Like I said, I had talked to Jenny before I came on, and she was open to receive, but her phone was dying, so I'm just going to do hers real quick. She's always open to receive. And then the next person with the green name, I will be there. I'm getting hot. I feel like maybe I can open that window. I don't know if it's any cooler outside. It's really hot. Anyways, this is business angels in your business oracle I got at one point. Hello, hello. All right, so Jenny was open to receive, and this is angels in your business. It was like a free deck. It wasn't really free, but it was like, oh, it's a free deck, but you pay for the shipping. So we have branding coming through. It says you're a unique snowflake. So I feel like they're wanting you to embrace your uniqueness at this time. Like whatever you've been putting out into the world, or however you are showing up into the world, like your brand, they're wanting you to really like pay attention to your authentic uniqueness. You're colorful, you're bright. Jenny's very like, she's got bright colored hair. She wears all different types of stuff. She's kind of like a grown up child, like a 5-year-old at heart. Like she wants to like play with like little teddy bears and things like that. So when you're putting yourself out there, when you're putting your business out there, when you are putting your essence out there, incorporate the things that make you feel like happy, that's like, I'm that unique snowflake. And then we have on fire, everything is working exactly as planned. So I feel like the more that you embrace your true self and put your authentic like voice out there, put your authentic colors out there, don't hold back, don't feel like you've got to, because like Jenny is she's doing like hypnotherapy and stuff like that, and she's been putting herself out online and trying to grow online. And anybody who tries to grow online should know that it's not always easy, but when it's hypnotherapy, sometimes it comes along with it's like a different thing, because like on the spiritual community, it's like okay to be bright and crazy and doing like weird witchy stuff and crystals and spiritual and all of that. But with the hypnotherapy stuff, it's more of like prim and proper. And I feel like you're meant to bring your wild, bright energy to that other place, so that the people that are out there that aren't prim and proper, the people that are out there that may want to benefit from hypnotherapy, but may not feel comfortable going to somebody that they feel like they have to like put a mask on, because that's not going to be good for them. Like, they may have beliefs that are blocking them from even allowing themselves to go to that because they don't feel comfortable there. So pay attention to your brand, because I feel like it's going to help you to set things on fire and everything will be starting to work out for you. But trust your gut. Your body knows the truth. So do what feels right to you, you know. Change things up a little bit if you feel like something just doesn't vibe with your soul. And then plan it out. It's time to get more serious, okay? So again, with like the branding, you know, plan it out for how things are going to look, because when we brand, like I did a class the other day with a couple of girls that came here, and I was telling them like it does make a difference. Like when I was doing stuff all the time on a regular basis and it all looked the same, things were like, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of views. But when I'm like, let me just fucking wibbly wobbly, whatever, it doesn't get seen as much. It doesn't get out there as wide. So brand in a way where it's like you're planning that into your content. Like, let me sit down once a month and make sure I know what it's going to look like, you know, to the best of my ability. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all aesthetically matching, but do something that, you know, you're planning it out, and it's not just fly by the seat of your pants, or it's not just like taking what's already available out there and putting that out, because that's not going to vibe with your soul. So take what's available out there and edit it to be the Jenny vibe. And then we have integration time. So plan to rest. All right, that would be another reason why you'd want to like plan things out, so that you can rest too. Because when we plan and we like batch up our content, or we get things like all ready in the beginning of the month, that allows us that time to rest and to kind of give ourselves a break. We also have soulmate client. Your dream clients are in your heart. So like I was just saying, I feel like there's people out there who are meant to work with you, but they may be looking for you and they're not finding you yet, because they're like, you're still mixed within that, like, oh, I want to show up this certain way. And that was the thing with Jenny from the beginning. Like, she wanted to have two different pages. She wanted to have a page for her like spiritual healing stuff, and then she wanted to have a page for her like hypnotherapy stuff. And it was like, that's just way too much, because it's like you're growing one to begin with. Like, let's just grow one to begin with. But I feel like there's people out there that are going to like that blend. There's people that are out there that are looking for someone like you that has the gifts that you have, that will deliver it in the package that you deliver it in. Okay, so there's so many people out there, and they're saying, get outside, take a breather, and your guardian angels are here with infinite support at this time. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, hello. Thank you so much. I've been searching for your account. I used to always watch you. Thank you. It's your voice and wood walls that's so distinctive. Love you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I saw something the other day from, it's like this girl that she just hit like 100,000 people. And I've been saying this for a while. A lot of us who've been out here, we have subscribers come and people find us, but then YouTube like unsubscribes them. And she put a thing out there and she was like, why the hell am I having people like email me and be like, I was subscribed to you and now I'm not. And then people in the comments of that were like, you're not the only reader that's going through that. So and somebody said that to the last live that I was doing. They came in and was like, hey, I just found you again. So I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's a mix of me not putting myself out there consistently, but it's also YouTube like taking people away. Keep it simple, silly, yes. And then Jenny, we had the Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, and patience. So very similar message to what Rick had coming through. The transformation is here for you. Trust your intuition and be patient with it. We also have the hungry ghosts with obsessions, scarcity, consciousness, and attachment. So again, kind of similar to what was coming through with Rick, which I find happens in these messages to people. A lot of times there will be like a theme. So when we're trying to build something, like Rick's trying to build something, he's putting himself out there. Jenny's trying to build something, she's putting herself out there. We can start to like look at the scarcity around stuff, or we can start to feel like we're just like hitting blank. We don't really know what we're doing. And then we come like attachment to an outcome, and it's like, And then we get stuck in that outcome too of like, well, I'm not going to even expect anything out of this because every time I do something, it doesn't get me where I want to go. Kind of like what I was saying with Rick with that circle thing. It's like you are actually making fucking, moves. You are progressing. You may not see it as much as I can see it because you're there every day, but you are doing it. So stay detached. Don't focus on the scarcity. Don't become obsessed about things, like with this new, like, hey, put your flair in there, put your branding in there. Don't become obsessive about that either. Just allow it to be natural because that's going to help you to shift into the right vibration, into the transformation. Trust your intuition and be patient. And you have 27 coming through too with the twin flame partnership and romance. So I feel like you're becoming the best partner for yourself at this time, learning how to be the best partner in your career, in your health, in your wealth, in your, everyday life. And while you do that, it aligns you to be the best partner with someone else. So keep doing that for yourself and knowing that the more that I show up for myself and the more that I honor myself and the more that I don't focus on the lack or like the things that aren't working, the better partner I am for me and the easier it'll be for me to be a good partner for someone else. And then we have the chess queen with trust and strategizing. So again, mixing up that strategy with trust. Know that like if I set my intention, I do a little planning, I do a little batching, I do a little branding, and I'm strategic within it, I can trust that the universe is going to deliver the blessings to me, that like I'm going to manifest good outcomes because I'm putting that effort in. I'm doing that circle. Sometimes I may come back to the beginning of the month and feel like I didn't make it so far, but I did because I did it. And I know you feel good when you do it. Like the time you came here and we got like a whole month worth of stuff for you in that like little window of time. You can do it. So keep doing that for yourself because that's going to give you the momentum that you need and the discipline that you need to keep going and keep boundaries up for yourself too. Don't let yourself get like, keep boundaries up with yourself and with others and put that armor up around yourself to protect yourself at this time. But go with the flow. You're letting go of things that aren't serving. Go with the natural movement. Go to the ocean. Connect with the Mama Kocha. This energy's been coming through a lot. Like I have all the dolphins right here. Boop. Dolphin, 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 because I was doing readings earlier and the dolphin was coming through a lot. So yeah, go with the flow, call in the dolphins, call in the mermaids, and know that everything is working out for you as it's meant to. Look at that! Cosmic ocean, travel deeper to the shadow transformation. And through doing so, you're going to attract infinite abundance and expansion. You have that, you're increasing your worth. You have the ancient light codes inside of you. Allow yourself to receive. Divine healing is available for you. Go with the flow. You will be infinitely expanding and abundant. You will be unifying your duality and tapping into that infinite love that's available for all of us. And you also have 1111. So pay attention to the signs and the synchronicity. Keep your thoughts positive. You're here to master and become a teacher as well. Okay, so you're learning your lessons so you can master them and teach them, just like with Rick. And you're going deeper into that cosmic ocean to transform and heal the shadow. All right. So thank you very much. Maybe your messages are too powerful. It's waking people up. I used to listen to you during the awakening and you helped me so much. Oh, thank you. That's what someone else said too. It was like there's people out there who don't want our messages to get heard. So I'm sure it could be, a little bit of that. I try not to like think about it either because we create shit too. So it's like try not to focus on that. But I am very well aware that like there's a lot of shit that goes on online. That's weird. It's such a blessing to find Bridget by chance. I also remember the walls, and back then she used to have long nails. It was pandemic. Oh yeah, I want to get my nails done again. I've just been saving up the monies. All right, so I've done Rick and I've done Jenny. We have Paloma in here. Hello, Paloma. We have Drew in here. Hello, Drew. We have Geeta. Boop. Okay, Drew. My question is about the woman I love. Is she okay? She's still ghosting me. Let's find out. I have a bunch of decks down here today. I'm going to start with this one and then maybe do some of that one. Alright. How is the woman you love? Ooh. Is she okay? She's still ghosting. Alright, so I've got the Phoenix with Resurrection and then Surrender to Change. And I feel like the last time I talked to you, some of that message came through with her. Um, I don't know if exactly or not. I feel like Phoenix came through though. Like somewhere in my brain feels like that's. I don't think it was this deck, but we have Resurrection, Surrender to Change with the Phoenix. So I do feel like she's okay, but she's probably going through something big at this time. Like I don't think she's necessarily trying to ignore you or ghost you. And I think this was a similar message as before. Or either that this is just like the energy that is emanating strongly around her where it's she's got a lot going on. There's a lot going on that like she isn't really talking about with anybody. We also have the Arrow Master, and it says hitting the mark, intention, and detachment. So this is a similar message with like Rick and Jenny. Again, it doesn't matter if it's in love or romance or career or whatever. When we want something to happen, we can set our intention for it, but we have to detach to the outcome for it to manifest. Because if we're like, I really want to hear from this person, and then we think about how they're not contacting us and they're still ghosting us and we're thinking something's wrong with them, we feed all of that energy around them, and it's really hard for like that good outcome to manifest. So set the intention and know that when it's time for you to communicate, it will happen. You will hit the mark, but detach from the outcome so that the outcome can happen. And then we have the Queen of the Light, illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. So I do think she's okay. I honestly do think she's okay. She's just healing and shifting. And I feel like you are too. You're going through a time where you need to go through some enlightenment and illumination, resurrection, surrendering to this change, allowing yourself to detach to outcomes so that things can shift in the right way. So you can embody the right vibrations and attract in what needs to manifest here. We also have survival and false promises. So I feel like this could be connected to the person that she's connected to. Um, I feel like there's been things that have been hindering her within her home life, within her own private stuff that she's got going on. There's been false promises. She may even be in survival mode, but I don't think it's that she's like dying or anything like that. I just think she's going through a lot internally. And then we have discernment, clear vision, and details. So there's a lot of details here that you're not seeing. And I don't think that it's necessarily anything bad. I just think that she's going through a lot. Like, it's not bad towards you. I don't think she's going through the best time of her life. I feel like she's got a lot going on that she's like stressed out about, a lot that she has to handle. She may be kind of, not in the best energy with the people in her life. But when it comes to you, I don't think it's like, I don't like you, I'm just going to ghost you. I think it's more so, I got a lot going on. I don't really have time to communicate or deal with other stuff at this time. We also have the Hungry Ghost, which came through earlier. We have obsession, scarcity, consciousness, and attachment. So same message that already came through for you is you've got to let go of that attachment. You've got to stop thinking about this so much. Just trust and know that, like, if this person's supposed to be in your life, they will be. Um, Trust and know, like, if something was deeply wrong, you would find out, and to try not to worry in that way either, because sometimes we can manifest shit that we don't want to happen. Like, we don't want something bad to happen to us, so let's not, like, think the worst. Let's not expect bad outcomes, because you are the creator of your reality, and you don't want those types of things to be created. So just try to focus on the thing of, like, I'm going to hit the mark here when I'm supposed to. She's going through a major transformation, as am I. We're going through enlightenment, we're healing, and whatever survival mode, whatever like lies, whatever things that have been holding us back in our lives are being, stripped away so that we can discern and have clear vision within all the details that surround us. But if I'm obsessing or I'm feeling scarcity or I'm getting like too attached, I know that I got to let that go, because that's not going to support me in any way possible. It's just going to make things worse for myself in my own life and ripple over to her. And then the High Lord of Gratitude and Service is selfless, humility, and conscious action. So again, just try to focus on being in a state of gratitude, being in a state of service for her and for the collective. Be like, I know we're not talking to her, but like I can send good vibes to her. I can be grateful for the fact that I met this person. I could be grateful for the fact that, I'm going through a spiritual awakening and I'm healing and I have the potential inside of me to overcome all of these things. I could be grateful for all of the things that are showing up in my reality every day, grateful for the food that I'm eating, grateful for the abundance that's around me, because there's abundance around us all the time. Sometimes it feels like an abundance of bullshit or an abundance of sadness, but it can shift very quickly into an abundance of material wealth and true prosperity when you focus on the positive stuff. So again, look at your reflection without judgment, okay? And try to shift what you're rippling out at this time so that good things can be rippled back to you. Yeah, we have generosity, receiving, and withholding. So again, I feel like there's part of what's going on here where you're not hearing from her is your own manifesting. Like you're adding into that manifesting of her not communicating or ghosting based off of you feeling that way and thinking that way about it, like getting kind of used to it. Hey, she keeps popping into my head. I heard she's not working at the moment and might not come back. I've started a new job. She also pops into my dreams. Grateful for my new job because there is opportunity to get promotion and further education through the company. That's awesome sauce. So yeah, like with her work too, like she may be going through stuff there that's like she doesn't want to go back because it's time for her to surrender into a new change. Um, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff in her life right now that's shifting and changing that she may need to have boundaries with. And like you guys were connected through that work too, so she may be like nervous about connecting with you too, because sometimes people get in trouble for that type of stuff if like medical stuff is involved. So try not to take it as a personal thing. Just know that maybe there's something happening that it isn't necessarily with yourself. Yeah, we got the high priestess too. So like intuitively, deep down everything's okay here, but you've got to go deep within yourself and keep doing that work inside to focus on the good stuff and pay attention to the synchronicity, pay attention to divine intelligence, and know that cause and effect is at play here too. So everything that happens, everything that we do, there's an effect to what we do. Everything that happens, there's a cause and effect within what's going on. So just try to trust your intuition and knowing that like it's not a personal thing. Like this isn't something you've done. And fairness and balance will be brought to just in the end. Again, major transformation happening. I feel like it's just in her life right now. She's going through a lot. So pay attention to your divine guidance. Pay attention to your dreams and your higher knowing, because our higher knowing is different from our anxiety. And I feel like I've told you this many times. Like our anxiety freaks us out and makes us feel like, oh God, everything's bad. But our intuition has like that calmness. Okay. So try to be calm and trust and know whatever's gonna happen is meant to happen. Yeah, I feel like she's got a lot on her plate right now, okay? But when the time is right, a new opportunity will present and there will be like a better position for her. I feel like she'll be more in her power after walking away from whatever she's not enjoying at this time. I feel like it's just a dead end at that situation for her. She's not enjoying it, and it's actually going to be beneficial for her to come out of that place, and probably beneficial for both of you, because when that type of stuff's going on, it's not always good for her to be, interacting with people in there in the way that like you may want to interact with her. If you guys were, connected in at like a medical place, right? So yeah, we got the Two of Cups with the Eight of Swords. Try not to let your fear sabotage the soul connection that you can feel deep within. Stay focused on being that single, sexy, confident, independent version of yourself. Walk away from the doubts and the insecurities. Empower yourself. Focus on that job. Focus on the blessings that are coming. Get your foundation good, and just know that as you're doing that, the abundance will be coming. You'll be hitting the mark, and the outcomes will be coming into a place of balance for you. So it's like if things haven't been the best, you're going to start seeing the opposite side of that. You'll start seeing the good stuff manifest. Yeah, you're coming to the end of a chapter where there's been a lot of distractions and illusions, and a lot of, things that people are being juggling, too much shit going on. Maybe she pops in your head because you are connected and aware. Imagine you have a guardian angel and you feel that vibe because you have that ability to pray and help manifest for her. Yes. Even if you don't end up together, it helps the karmic to find who's right for you. Yes, yes. The more that we're in a good place, that's also good, you know? Yeah, we don't want to be in this energy. Like optimism or aggression. So be optimistic, not aggressive. Because that cause and effect, you know? Try to stay in that good place. Try not to get inner conflicted. We get the inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. So this came out the other day. It's like we all have a conscious choice. We can choose to let what happens in our lives like make us a victim and then like hurt others because of that, or we can go through the shit that isn't so great and learn from it and then like evolve and help others that and learn from that lesson and not perpetuate more of that pain and all of that. But yeah, joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance is coming after a time of conflict and not so good stuff. You are going to be hitting that mark. You keep hitting the mark. So just know things are coming into balance for you. Keep focused on the good stuff. Woohoo! Also settled my compensation, which will balance out debt. Woohoo! That's awesome sauce. Hi, Annie. So the people with the green name are members of my membership here, and I'm doing them first, and then other people are welcome to either do a super chat or a $2.99 donation. But I will be back to do free live readings very soon. I'm going to do a free live for the people on the channel, but this is for the members of the membership. They pay every month to be here. So I'm just doing those people first. But I do take donations while I'm doing the membership people too, if somebody wants to like try it out. So let me see. Did I get everybody up here? We got Rick, Paloma. All right, wait. Paloma, Drew. Hello. We got Rick. Okay, I'm open to receiving guidance for me that I've been feeling turbulent lately, and today feeling super good and optimistic, feeling that finally I'm letting go of my twin and I just want to move on. Okay, so you're just open to receive guidance. Let me get a drink real quick and put my AC on. I'm really hot. I gotta close the window too, because then it's gonna blow the hot air back in. Blow on me, please. Alright. Open to receive. So I'm happy that you're feeling better. I know you were having some rocky time. I have my soul purpose. I don't know why. I just grabbed it. Alright. You're probably gonna be like, what the fuck? Separated, okay? You have steered away from your soul's mission. Let's see what else is coming through, okay? We have... She's like, I'm finally feel like I'm okay and I'm done with that motherfucker. They're like... I don't think that's the message, though. I think what they're saying is, like, you have your own unique drum, okay? You are here to beat to your own drum. Like, you don't have to be connected to a douche, right? Like, there doesn't have to be another person in your life for you to be doing what you're meant to be doing or to have your soul mission fulfilled. Even if you are a twin flame or whatever, like, you're still going to have your own individual purpose on the path. And sometimes people have a twin flame just to learn the lessons, not to necessarily come together into union or to tra-la-la off. Some people just literally have, you know, soul lessons to learn with these people and to evolve and heal. Yeah, look at the Phoenix. So you've been evolving and healing. You're going to have sacred transformation coming over you at this time. So I feel like you feel that at this point, all right? It's like you were separated from your soul's mission, and you could have been, you know, equating that to being separated from him. Like, and sometimes that just happens because we think, like, oh my God, I want him. And without him, I don't feel fulfilled. And so then everything around us gets like mixed up in there and our beliefs get all screwed up in there, and it really isn't healthy to place that much emphasis on anybody or any one thing in our lives. Like, we should have a balance across the board, you know, like What if you were together and then he passed away? Like, you should still be able to carry on. Either way, you should still be able to beat to your own drum and go forward. So they're saying, like, you have your own rhythm. Listen to the rhythm of your soul. Beat to your own drum. Your soul's mission isn't necessarily tied up in him, and it never was. You allowed yourself to get tied up in that belief system and in those not so good feelings, but that's okay, because you needed to go through that transformation. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of us have done it. It's a lesson that we came and signed up to learn. But yeah, I feel like you are definitely going through a major time of transformation. Journaling or automatic writing may help you at this time to figure things out. So channel through writing, decode frequency, deliver messages and teachings from spirit. So spirit may have some messages for you to do, like, just sit down, and it's like stream of conscious writing, where it's like, I'm not going to think, I'm just going to write. Whatever wants to come out, I'm going to write. I could do it like from spirit to myself. I could do it from myself to him. I could do it from him to me. However you feel guided. It could have nothing to do with him. You could say goodbye to him. Whatever you're guided to do, basically. And then I pulled out the past life. Single. Always alone with breakups. Attracts Mr. and Mrs. Wrong. Open heart to love. So I feel like, again, they're wanting you to beat to your own drum. They're wanting you to communicate with yourself in a new way, because you have been pulled away from love. And it's like you've stayed single in this energy because you've been, pursuing something that hasn't been available, and feeling like inadequate because that's not available. But that's like, there's other things available. There's better people available. The things that he did and the ways that he behaved and the ways that he made you feel aren't it, baby. Like, you deserve motherfucking better. But sometimes we don't feel like we deserve better. Sometimes we will stay stuck on a particular person that's not available because it's safer than going out with someone else and having them hurt us. Or it's safer to just kind of like stay in this loop that we're in, and we can glamorize it and put labels on it and feel fancy about it. But at the end of the day, is it really serving you and supporting you? And I think it wasn't. Like, you went through some dark times. So I feel like, again, it was all a lesson. It was help you to fight and become stronger and to learn what you needed to learn so that you could, realize what is for you and what isn't for you. And it's okay to let that go, and by letting that go, you may start to see things in a new way. He may start to see things in a new way. But it may be too little too late by that point, because I feel like you've been waiting for too long. So you're starting to see things in a new way. You've been the wounded warrior. You're ready for a fresh start. You're ready for passion. You're ready for enjoyment. You're ready for excitement. And with the Ace of Wands, I feel like it's coming. Okay, so you're feeling that excitement today. You're feeling that that phoenix energy, like rising through the ashes. She's sexy. She's powerful. She's motivated. She knows what she brings to the table, and she ain't gonna deal with anybody that's kind of shitty. Like, she wants something authentic and vulnerable and real. She doesn't want somebody that's playing games or just comes and goes or peeks at your fucking story. Like, you want an adult, you want a divine man, somebody that's disciplined. So it's gonna take boundaries and putting on some armor. But look, you are the fucking phoenix. So you're resurrecting and you're surrendering to this change, and fairness and balance will happen, okay? So stay optimistic. There may be days where you get a little aggressive. There may be days where you still get a little sad. There may be days where you get like, what the fuck? Why did this happen this way? Why did they lie to me? Like, why did I get so lost in this journey? Why did I think that they were my twin flame? And it's okay, because we all go through these things. But at the end of the day, it was for you to pay attention and to listen to spirit and to overcome this stuff and to put the boundaries up and to celebrate yourself, illuminate yourself, and enlighten, and learn. Like, is this really divine? Is this really awesome sauce? Is this really serving me? Is this really what I want? And so with integrity and compromise, I feel like you may need to just compromise with yourself and stay in your integrity. Like, don't compromise your integrity, but compromise within yourself about like how your life has been. Like, it's not your fault, it's nobody's fault. It really, like, we go through a path, we find our way, things happen along the way, Sometimes things look a certain way. Sometimes we believe things a certain way so strongly that it's like it just emanates that, like, oh, he's got all the signs of a twin flame. But unfortunately, in this day and age, so many people are out there fucking putting these labels on twin flames that are not divine, that are not healthy, that are not like what you should be like. Yeah, that's what I want my twin flame to be doing, ghosting me and running away and cheating and fucking doesn't speak like doing all this crazy shit. So don't be judgmental of yourself, and don't be judgmental of him either. You know, just look at what it was, and look at, you know, from this new perspective of being able to look back with hindsight and be like, what the hell was wrong with me? You know, like, but be compassionate about that too, like, so that you can attract in what is truly divine, so you can attract in what you truly deserve and what you truly want, and something that will reflect back to you the good that is inside of you, because you're not like that. That's why you couldn't be together, because he's not your mirror, right? He's not really mirroring back like the goodness inside of you. He's not mirroring back the devotion. He's not mirroring back the power inside of you. Like, even how strong you stayed throughout this. Like, he does this, he does this, he does this, he does this, and all he can do is fucking hide and, you know, not do much. So you've been very generous. It's time for you to receive, and you don't need to stay in places where that's been withheld anymore. He's been withholding from you because he doesn't have to give to you what you deserve. You deserve better. Okay, so miraculous aid and angelic help is coming. Take small steps at this time. Ask for help. You don't have to get there overnight, and there may be days where you go back, and there may be days where you still wonder, and there may be days where you still miss him, and that's okay. It's a process. But try to go to prayer and ritual and listen to yourself. Do not compromise your integrity. Remember that power inside of you. Be patient as you go through this transformation, and know that your sacred partnership is coming for you. And your sacred partnership will mirror to you all the good stuff that he couldn't. Okay, so communicating with praise rather than dishonesty, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. It's like you had to go through some of these things to learn, you know, what you've learned. It wasn't necessarily the best time, but you've learned a lot, and then you can help other people as you go. So yeah, you've learned a lot. You've healed under the shadow. You've figured out some of those beliefs that were hindering you and keeping you from your growth. You're overcoming that anxiety, these sleepless nights, and feeling like you can't move on, and you're going to attract true love in. Okay, so going to your shadow transformation with the new cycle, the divine feminine energy is allowing you to have this rebirth at this time, and you're on a path of north renewal. So you're progressing towards success. So stay hopeful and be that leader for yourself at this time. Your true power is within you, and you're cleansing and healing and releasing all that no longer serves you, so that you can receive what does serve you and what will uplift you and who will love you unconditionally. Yeah, you are fully supported and loved. You're already fully supported and loved too. There's already somebody out there who's going to love you in all the ways that you deserve to be loved, in all the ways that you've tried to give love. So do not feel guilt. Release the cords, cut that shit out, put those healthy boundaries up. It's safe to say no to this. You needed to learn, and maybe at some point he will learn and be able to come into a powerful place, but at this time he's not showing you that. So you deserve to be fully supported and loved right now in this moment. So you need to choose yourself, choose this new cycle, choose to be open and receptive to what's available out there for you, rather than, you know, more conflict and I don't know and back and forth and feeling alone and, you know, just a lot of not great times. I don't like seeing it in the bad times. It's not good for you. So you will be victorious, but you've got to stay in that powerful truth of knowing that you have that inside of you, and you're ready. You're ready to succeed. You're ready to take action. You're here to ascend. All right. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Feeling attracted by other men. We'll see how long this feeling lasts. That's good, man. Let it See, like that way that you said that, like, let's see how long it, let it, don't go back into that, you know. It's almost like it's that default, it's that safety mechanism I was talking about, where it's like, well, he's not showing up and he's not doing anything, he just fucking pokes in his stories every once in a while. He's not gonna come back in and cheat on me, he's not gonna come in and lie to me, like he's not there. So there's a safety mechanism around, like, defaulting with him. Be attracted to the guys that are communicating and showing up, and take the risk that, yeah, maybe a new guy will act stupid and do something, but maybe they won't. I really feel like that's part of it for you, is you've been, hermiting yourself away. Now it's time to be the empress. Now it's time for the light to shine, okay? And it's time to go into that shadow and figure out why you've been holding back, why you've been putting yourself on ice. Just because somebody fucked you up doesn't mean everybody's gonna fuck you up. And believe me, I get it. It's not easy when we've been through conflict and hurt and all of that. But I feel like some of you defaults back because it's just like self-sabotage. So false promises, survival. Let me just go back into this instinct of, staying in this cycle. So it's time to grow into the natural law with the divine order, and you're acquiring the knowledge that you need at this time to get through the manipulation that has happened, so you can release the insecurities and have the positive expectations and clarity surrounding good stuff. What? Oh. What did Rick? My eyesight has been improving so much that I can now see how dirty my house is. I have to clean everything. Yeah, man. Where I live, it's like there's so many flowers and stuff that it's just like pollen. But it's been a lot. All right, so I did these people's. It does feel like the long way around for me lately. Yeah, don't think that, man. Know that you're doing it. Like, you've been within like the last like couple months. I always try to think, because like I do these like once a month, so it's like within the past couple of months you've been making good steps that I have seen, that I have noticed. I'm not in your life every day, but I have noticed. Going bad and sprained my ankle pretty bad twice, and I've only been here about 6 months. Oh gosh, that sucks, man. You sent a donation for a question. My question is, if things will improve once I leave this house. I actually have to try to get out of the lease early. Everything has been going bad. Okay, I'm glad I saw that, because I've been like looking at the green, and I forgot that sometimes people send a donation. So thank you for the donation. And I'm sorry about your ankle. You've only been here for 6 months, and your daughter also lost her job. Oh, goodness. All right, so let's see. Is it going to get better? Yes. So we have life lessons, victory, and courage. I feel like, yeah, man. All right, so we have lessons twice. All right, there's like life lessons and lessons. You've been going through some lessons, and I know it sucks. Like, we usually don't enjoy them. It's not all of them, but I feel like wherever you're at this time, it's just been some lessons that you needed to go through. But trust and know that you are growing through this time, through the shadow, through the bullshit. There will be victory for you, but you're going to have to stay courageous and trust and know that good times are coming, because if you keep focusing on like, it's getting bad and it's getting worse and I don't know what to do and I keep getting hurt, you'll perpetuate more of that. So like, that in itself is a lesson of like, can you raise yourself up out of that expectation and out of that energy. But this is for your highest good, everything that you're going through at this time. There is guidance and a choice here. So like I was saying, like, how you look at stuff is going to depend. So like, if we break our ankle, we can look at that as like, what the fuck? Oh my God, this is so bad. But we can also look at it as like, why did I break my ankle? Like, did the universe try to slow me down? What was I doing at that point that was like, that I couldn't do? Like, where did it deter me from? Just like when you're late somewhere in the day, right? Like I'm going somewhere and oh my God, I'm fucking late because of traffic. But maybe you would have died if that traffic jam didn't happen. Maybe like 2 cars up, there would have been a major crash and something bad would have happened. So you have a choice in every moment to look at what's going on around you in a blessing or a lesson. And even the lessons are blessings. So even when it's difficult, even when it doesn't feel fun, even when it's like, oh, what the fuck, there's usually something wrapped within it that is teaching us something or helping us to grow and to evolve. But there is a turning point happening for you. So it's like you've been preparing and you're gathering up within yourself. So you probably needed to fucking slow down too. That's why they were like, sit your ass down. You need to slow down. Like, and you're like, I want to get out of this place. Like, I want to get out of here early. That may be okay for you to do. I feel like right now you're gathering what you need, though. It's like there is a turning point happening, but you're preparing and gathering what is necessary for the next part of your journey to be good. So keep your expectations high. Know that you are processing towards your goals, and things will manifest in a positive way because you are the creator of your reality. So be aware of that creation. Know that you are co-creating in every moment, and you can change the vibration that you're emitting in every moment, in every instant, no matter what it is. It's like we can make it bad or we can make it good. And if we didn't know the bad day, we wouldn't know the good day. Like we have to go through the vastness of it all to really even understand it. Like if you never had a bad day, you would never know what a good day is. So embrace them all. Know that there is new creative pursuits happening for you. There will be social invitations happening for you and joy happening for you. Love is coming in. New partnerships, unconditional love, rejuvenating energy coming. You are having a rebirth. You're going to be nurturing yourself though too. So remember to nurture yourself. I feel like you may have been just like beating yourself up or moving too fast. So they're like, slow down, nurture yourself, take it easy. But you are building your dreams through determination and through cooperation. So cooperate with spirit, cooperate with the lessons, cooperate with your family, keep those expectations high, know that things are working out for you, even if they don't always feel that way. You are learning universal law and you are learning a lot. But I do feel like there may be a need for you to have healthier boundaries when it comes to people in your reality too. Like you may have been doing too much for other people or given to your own demise. It's safe for you to say no sometimes, and if you don't say no sometimes, you keep trying to show up to places or things that aren't really like filling your own cup, you might break an ankle, you might fall down, you might get your ass kicked. But they're wanting you to utilize your light and raise your vibration and to remember that you are here to heal and assist and teach. You're here to heal yourself and others, and your full mission is to assist and teach others. So you've got to learn and assist yourself, and you got to go through that shadow transformation deeper into the ocean of the subconscious, all the beliefs that are under there, and allow the light of Lyra to help bring more awareness for strength, confidence, abundance, and wisdom. So I feel like you do have the ability to manifest very rapidly and very quickly. The Lyran energy, our ancient ancestors, they're like the oldest within our area. If you look at ancient Egypt, all the Sphinx and stuff, they're half feline, half lion. They are rapid manifestors. But the problem with that is if they're thinking negatively, they rapidly manifest more negative. So remember that power that you have inside of you so that you can rapidly manifest better. And there is wisdom that they're wanting you to connect with deep within your subconscious, deep within the ocean, the wisdom of the whales through the cosmic ocean. There's messages for you, so you can connect through that through meditation, through intention, to go to the ocean, just go somewhere where there's water. But I feel like they're wanting you to rekindle and respark that inner child, that creative stuff inside of you that wants to be given a voice, making judgment call to allow that inner child to be expressed freely before all the false beliefs and all the things that have happened in this world happened. Go back to that innocence so that you can start a new chapter that's going to be very abundant and very blessed and very powerful. But you got to drop the burdens so that can manifest. Because I feel like if you hold on to the burdens, this will be very abundant of bullshit. Okay, so it's like you are the one that's going to determine, is it awesome sauce or is it not so awesome sauce, based off of what you're thinking, feeling, and saying and allowing around you. And if you get too far off, or you're moving too quickly, or you're allowing people in your energy field that you shouldn't be, or you're trying to do to your own demise, they're gonna knock your ass down to help you. And it may not feel like help, but I feel like sometimes we need that. So the eyes of beauty, positive expectations. Be very clear about your expectations in a positive way. Like, I expect that I'm going to be able to do what I need to do. I expect that, like, my whole body's going to be healed, and I'm going to be good, and I'm not going to be getting detoured. I expect that if I need to move, I can move as soon as I need to. Like, people aren't going to give me a hard time about it. And then their inner conflict is a conscious choice again. It's like, we can embrace inner conflict and continue to feel shitty about stuff, or we can just realize that we all have inner conflict. There's always going to be duality here, and just allow it to be what it is, and shift our consciousness, make that choice, so that we can live in our authentic purpose with our inspiration and free will, aligning with non-judgment, and putting that reflection out there into the world that's going to attract back the miraculous blessings and angelic help. And again, I feel like they do want you to connect with the water. Go to the ocean, go to take a bath, go to a pool, go to a river, whatever. Even just imagine in a meditation, letting go with the ocean or with the water is going to really help you to open up and feel more emotionally blessed and more emotionally fulfilled. And be patient, okay? We don't have to rush everything. Not everything needs to be done. But you're going to be surprised. Something shocking, a total paradigm shift is coming for you. And just stay kind to yourself and considerate with yourself. Put yourself first for once, if you've been putting everybody else ahead of you. You deserve good things. Pay attention to the cause and effect as well, because sometimes that's what happens. We're not doing things the best for ourselves, and we have a little because of it. Boop, 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 ba-doo. Boop, 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 ba-doo. All right, where was I? Okay, I saw this person. Did that one. Paloma, Rick, Christy, Rick, Glittery Goddess. Hi, Glittery. Let me know if you have a question. Hi, my name is Zen. I don't know why that was like a robot for me, but it was. Hi, my name is Zen. Hello, Zen. I want to look forward now and stop looking backwards and rebuild my life without so much suffering. Yes, and that's what you deserve. And you can do it. Can you look up? I'm finished, thanks. Okay. Hello. Okay, I saw these ones. I need to break ties with a man I can't stop thinking about and chasing. Well, at least you're aware of it. Even some of my songs just sort of disappear because of the spiritual messages. I'm not sure what you mean. So, where was that? With Deborah, I'm not sure if Deborah's still here or not, but try to do some cord cutting and be conscious of that. Like, if you're aware, like, I need to stop being connected to this motherfucker, I gotta stop chasing this motherfucker, like, try to be very much aware of it. And then instead of looking into like twin flame readings and things like that, go learn about like attachment styles and distract yourself away from, like, because I feel like a lot of times like the tarot readings and stuff can almost hinder people who are trying to break away from that stuff, where it's like they go into this place where it's like, oh, cha-la-la, and we hear all these lovey-dovey thingies and all this awesome stuff, but in the meantime, he's not showing up, you're chasing after him, and you need to cut away. And even in the readings, usually they tell you, like, if he's not showing up, and up-a-da-boop, you got to stop chasing. You got to pull your energy back for that energy to shift. So, try to explore other avenues, like learn about Like, what is my attachment style? And, like, what is my way of showing up? Like, how, like, why am I like this? What happened with my parents? Do some shadow work, inner child work, past life work. All of that stuff can really help us to be like, wow, that's why I'm doing that. And then also to be like, wow, that's why they do that. And, like, I'm not a victim of them. Like, they're not trying to be an asshole. They're just being who they are, and I'm being who I am. And that doesn't mix so well because we both have different things that have happened along the way. But when we learn those things, it kind of like helps us to be like, okay, I can let go of that a little bit easier. Do cord cutting on a regular basis, set the intention on a regular basis. If you're constantly like doing things that remind you of him, like if you go on social media to look at his shit, stop looking. If you are watching readings, cut back. Like back in the day when I was crazy land, I had to cut myself off. I had to wean myself off slowly from doing all the fucking crazy ass shit so that I could be a normal human being. And that was another thing that tied into like I didn't want to keep doing all the twin flame fucking pick a card, feeding into that for people that were out there because I knew not everybody listening to it was supposed to be hearing the messages that they were trying to force into their situation because they wanted that to be the situation. But at least you're aware that you want to let that go, and that's the first step. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I want to ask for a message from the stars. Okay. Thank you very much. How are you? Ooh, you got Sirius. Sirius came through earlier. Sirius's legs are out. Release emotions connected to lower vibrations. These cards are coming through earlier. I was gonna be doing Starseed Saturdays, and I did the Starseed Saturday reading, and this card came through, as well as a lot of the other cards that have been coming through, like the Galactic Ocean and the Dolphin, hence all the fucking dolphin, Cosmic Ocean. This is exactly the card. This is exactly the card. This is, and look, and this is exactly the card too. These are the cards that I'm talking about. This is exactly what happened earlier, and this one as well. I can fucking post the reading and show you. But release emotions connected to lower vibrations, emotional cleansing light of Sirius, and these go in order 4, 5. So I feel like you're on a progression at this time. You're cleansing emotions. You're letting go of things that are no longer serving you. But there's still stuff under the surface. And when you think of the moon, like I was just saying to that person, like sometimes our subconscious is a bitch. Sometimes our subconscious, look at that, the moon and the sun, right? Divine masculine, divine feminine, subconscious, conscious. Sometimes we are a big shadowy mess. And it doesn't even matter if you're a man or a woman. It's like we all have this. We all have feminine and masculine within us. Sometimes the stuff that is under the fucking surface is sabotaging us. Sometimes it's causing all of these like emotions and things that we don't even know that like is there because we maybe been trying to suppress it, or we've been like trying to like avoid it or numb it or just whatever it. Getting addicted to tarot or getting addicted to like social media or drinking or whatever it is. I know you're not doing that, but a lot of times we allow things under the surface to really harm us. That moon energy is what needs to be paid attention to at this time. There's beliefs under the surface that are still holding you back that need to be brought to light so that you can truly unconditionally love yourself and feel the emotions that are going to be supportive for you to have your 10 of Pentacles, your ultimate fulfillment, so that you can leave a legacy. But also, what is this that you're wanting? I feel like you've been locking yourself in a cage that's not locked. Like that lock isn't locked, but you keep yourself there because of beliefs, because of fears, because of doubts, because of what's already happened. But that doesn't need to be the case anymore. It's time to look in the mirror and say, I'm not going to stay stuck here anymore. Like this isn't locked. I can break out of here. I don't have to self-sabotage. I don't have to lie to myself or deceive myself anymore. Justice can be mine, but I have to honor what's in me and stop, trying to do what everybody else wants me to do, or stop trying to be what I think everybody else wants me to be, or stop trying to become something I think I should become just because I look at society or I look at, what other people have done, or what is considered fucking successful. Like what is actually successful is being happy. You know, people place a lot of emphasis on money or having a partner or having a certain thing, but a lot of people who have those things aren't fucking happy. They're not successful within themselves because they're still missing out on something. They're still numbing themselves because there's something that isn't available. So you're being called to be the Empress and to look at your foundation so that you can fill over your cup in a way that makes you feel joyful, that feels exciting, that doesn't feel like you're missing out on something. Also, the Ace of Pentacles is like there's an opportunity coming for you to go deep under that surface into those old beliefs that have been creating, you know, painful ending or cycles that keep like ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. You know, sometimes we keep bringing ourselves right back in that circle thing that like came through for Rick. It was coming through earlier in the beginning of the readings. It's like sometimes we keep coming back to the circle thing, but it's like we're the one creating the fucking circle. We keep circling back around to these feelings or these doubts or these insecurities or these blocks in our lives because we're blocking ourselves. And we need to cut the cords to that stuff. We need to acknowledge what we truly want and allow ourselves to be emotionally mature enough to receive it without fear, to take action and communicate and travel towards that as a magician so that good things can happen. Yeah, let me see what else. Yeah, walk in soul. So in Atlantis, you have past lives that are influencing you at this time. You may want to work with some crystals to help you to understand what's going on under the surface. And there could be shadow energy that's been walking into your life at different points. And I feel like it's tied to your past life, right? Like, this doesn't always mean like, oh, some other soul come in and just to mess with you. This could be aspects of your soul, right? Like when we go through a soul retrieval or like we go through trauma, a fragment of our soul goes away. And we go through a soul retrieval, we bring that fragment back. But I feel like in your case, in other lives, you've been hurt, you've got some emotional cleansing to do, there's some stuff under the surface that is sabotaging you in this life, or it has been, you know, hindering you in some way, and it's causing some shadows, and it's causing some stuff that needs to be, like, retrieved. But as long as you acknowledge that and become conscious of it, you can do that. You don't need anybody to help you do it. You just need to become conscious and decide, like, okay, let me do some guided meditation. Let me work with the dolphin consciousness. Let me work with sound healing. Let me allow myself to go back and see, you know, just trust what I'm seeing. Yeah, because there's karmic energy from Orion, and there's soul patterns and contracts that need to be healed. And it's safe for you to say no to the things that have been cycling lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And it's tied to your soul family, it's tied to douchebags, it's tied to good people, it's tied to everybody. But in order to become the high priestess, vibing at the highest quotient of light, you got to balance that out and pay attention to these messages and go within so you can figure out what's going on under the surface in that cosmic ocean. There's infinite wisdom under the surface. There's karmic lessons that, you know, is there for you to understand, to help you to awaken. You've been sent from higher dimensions to assist Gaia, and you are anchoring unconditional love of Alcyon. You may also need to travel to planet Era, journey home. So Era, Pleiades, Alcyon, all of that energy is very similar. I feel like that's going to also help you to start vibing at the highest quotient of light. I think I have a guided meditation. I know I have one, Journey to Alcyon. All right, but yeah, look, you possess the light codes of Alcyon, so journey to Alcyon. You know, do a guided meditation to Alcyon. Do a guided meditation to figure out what's going on under the surface. I know I've done guided. I don't know if I've ever recorded it, but I have guided meditation. We go down into the caverns under the earth, into the cosmic ocean, and we travel through the portals. There might be one out there, but you're being asked to use your pillar of light. Start vibing at the highest quotient of light so you can cleanse the emotional debris of things that have happened from Atlantis, that are under the surface, and that have been bringing shadows into your life and, you know, hindering you in your beliefs from karma that just needs to be cleared up. Yeah, you gotta clear that up. And when you do, things will be good. Or better. Things are already good, but they're gonna get better. Remember that. Gaia needs you. Yeah, and it's going to help you to balance the feminine and masculine, the high priest and priestess energy. And there's Akashic record information that you might need to tap into as well to help you fully. Yes, this was for your highest and best. You've already done this before. You can do it again. Try not to overthink it or overcomplicate it. Literally, like, I know you can do it. It's just a matter of believing it and doing it. And also, don't be afraid to have healthy boundaries and say no to things that don't serve you at this time, because it's not gonna help you to do things you don't want to do. Ah. Hello. Should I stay? I think, okay, let me make sure that person's next. Okay, I did Monica. Alright. Crystal Samore, thank you for joining the Star Seekers. And should I stay in the relationship I'm in or explore the person I'm curious of, or just be focused on myself? Oh boy. Okay. Should I stay in the relationship I'm in, explore the person I'm curious about, or just be focused on myself? So, what do we got? Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna use this real quick. So, should I stay in the relationship I'm in? What are you waiting for? Open the door. Opportunity. Should you explore the relationship you're thinking about? The years will pass and you will last stamina. Or should you just focus on yourself? Go on holiday, there you'll find your way. Alright, so let's see what else is going on with the relationship you're in. Should you stay in the relationship you're in? Alright. I'm getting, like, I feel like the relationship that you're, alright, so if you're in a relationship and you're like, I kind of like somebody else, and should I just focus on myself and fuck this person? I feel like the answer's already been answered, where it's like, obviously this person ain't it, you know, like, they're not really floating your boat if you're, like, debating other people or just even being by yourself, you know? So I feel like they're saying, like, what are you waiting for? Like, your opportunity is right there, and you're complacent, you know? It's like, any day now, expect to be wowed. I feel like you may just be kind of, like, bored, you know, or just kind of ho-hum with this situation, and it's like, I wish somebody else would show up, or maybe I should just go be by myself, because you're not it. Like, you're not really floating my boat. You're not making me know. Like, when we're with somebody that we want, like, that is it, like, we usually feel like, oh yeah, this is it, this is great, I'm enjoying my time, I'm not thinking about other people, I'm not thinking about just going off and being by myself. Like, I feel like there's something there, that there's an opportunity present for you. Maybe they will be down the road, maybe they are, but it's like, I feel like there's something presenting right now that's kind of like, yeah, like, the fact that you're asking to other options beside the person you're with is kind of like, I think you're looking for something else. And then with the person that you're thinking about, it says the years will pass and you will last with stamina. And then fears realized, consciousness shift, and change of mind. So I feel like the person that you're maybe, like, kind of interested in may honestly just be like a distraction from this person, because I feel like this person isn't really serving you all the way, and you're like, well, maybe that person will serve me better, but I don't think they necessarily will either. I do feel like they want you to kind of spend some time focus on yourself, because the first one was go on holiday, there you'll find your way. So, like, go on vacation, and then as flowers appear, a new dawn is here with blossoms. So I feel like and it doesn't even mean like, oh, you got to break up with this guy and never talk to this guy, or never be with anybody, or just go be alone and miserable. But I do feel like taking some time out for vacation may even rekindle, like, this person, or, you know, help you to realize, like, am I really interested in this person, or am I just going out of my fucking mind and need some time by myself? but I do feel like some time by yourself, having a little bit of a vacation, would help you to have like a new blossoming beginning in your life. Yeah, so in a month's time, you will see the light shine. Things are going to start to illuminate for you if you give yourself a little bit of a break and you give yourself that opportunity to kind of go out and have some fun in the sun, okay? So it says summertime, in the light of the sun, it will all be done. I feel like you need to take a vacation. It doesn't even necessarily mean like I got to be by myself. I think you just need to go on a vacation by yourself to get a little bit of clarity or just get the hell away from people for a little bit. But you do have a solid foundation beneath you. This is the Divine Masculine card. So let me see what that's about. There's a spiritual foundation that's protected beneath you. And then something sweet or something sour is coming for you within the hour. I feel like maybe you haven't been patient enough when it comes to this, because like I feel like there is somebody there for you that's like divine, a divine masculine, somebody that you're meant to be with. But if you haven't been patient enough, it's like counting minutes adds the digits. Like the more I count the minutes, the more the digits come. And then I end up with people that I'm not really sure about, and I'm debating other people that I'm not really sure about. And then something sweet or something sour comes because it's like I'm just open to whatever at this point, because I'm like I don't want to wait is kind of the energy I'm feeling there. Yeah, give it a week. Don't become weak. So like give it a week. Take a break. Go have some fun. Shift your focus. It's okay to be by yourself for a little bit. It's okay to go out and have some fun just for you. Do you not see you're already free? Like you don't need to be all caught up with these people that aren't floating your boat. Like when you find the divine, you will know for sure. You won't be asking me. Okay? But time is an illusion. Release your confusion and create and inspire. It'll set your life on fire. So I feel like you need to go out and have fun. You need to go on vacation. You need to know and trust that like whoever's meant to be with you is going to be with you, will show up at the perfect time. There's no rush. There's no reason to get caught up in the illusions of things or entertain things that aren't really for you, because this is also here and it's like they might be back, but honey, they whack. I feel like you're deceiving yourself with these options. Yeah, and then we have impatience with just like that, they will be back. So I feel like you've been entertaining things that are whack out of a lack of patience for what is divine. And if you go off by yourself and have some good time by yourself and create and inspire, I think that's when the right person's going to show up. 222, twin flame, divine partnership, soulmate. As all open their hearts, expect to be hit with Cupid's darts. So go be by yourself. Go have some little time creating and enjoying, without any like how long, don't worry about it. Don't think about the time. Don't think about anybody particular. Just enjoy yourself. And when you least expect it, it will happen. And they said it could be seconds if you count all your blessings. So go focus on what you do have already. Be in a place of gratitude. Know that you are awakening at this time. You're going through an 11-11 awakening, healing, which will lead you to your union. So they're wanting you to pay attention to that because it's helping you to have new expansion, helping you to see the results and awaken the infinite. Tomorrow is another day. Try again another way. The people and the things that have been happening, I feel like just haven't been the right thing. And there could be somebody that you miss. It may be from a past life. It may be somebody that like you don't know in this lifetime. But when you meet them, you're gonna be like, I feel like I've already known you. All right, but this is the one you miss will come for a kiss. So it's gonna be like this nostalgic feeling when the right person shows up. But yeah, they're like, go on a break. It's time for a break. How are you even awake? So go have some vacation time. Go have a good time. But the two people that you're asking about, yeah, I feel like in the light of the sun, it's all been done. You don't really need to be hanging out with them. Hilarious facial expressions of crystals. Oh man, like sometimes it's hard to do these. Like, I don't want to say the wrong thing or make somebody feel, whatever. But you are the divine feminine. That nurturing, receptive energy will help you to receive the right divine masculine vibration, that you won't be like, más o menos. I thought this person was my DM for so long, but dang, this hurts, and I got tired of waiting and got hurt. Then he cheated on, yeah, man, that's not good. Then decided he wanted to be with me. Best reading ever. I like that it's not a definite answer. It's about enjoying and focusing on myself. Yeah, yeah, like go out and have a good time and focus on you and fill your cup up. And like people like doing shit like that, that doesn't fill your cup up. You know, that's not good for you. Like that's not what we want to receive. So yeah, they're like the time is now. Go out and have fun. There's no need to wait. Go out on a date. You know, go enjoy yourself. And if he's ever gonna get his shit together, it's only gonna be like, you know, when he gets his shit together. But I feel like he needs to get his shit together. You need to go focus on feeling good and like attracting people that treat you the way that you deserve to be treated and show up for you fully. But yeah, sometimes I again, that's why I don't like the twin flame shit, because it hurts so many people, because they put this label on it that's like, oh, but it's okay that he cheated and he lied and he does this and he does that and he's just a complete shithead. It's not divine. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, Brent. I was actually getting flowers for the Noosterite, and I told myself not to continue on the path, but I was on, but overrode that and decided to do it anyway. Literally just doing nothing except walking. Aw. Well. That's weird. My brain isn't, like, functioning for it. Maybe they just wanted you to have more time in the flowers. Alright, so I did this one. Good morning. Thank you, Bridget. This has been lovely listening to the readings of the members. I'm sending love to the community. It's truly beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, for the new threads, I told myself to continue on the path. No, but I was on, but overrode that. Well, yeah, so you should have listened to yourself, you know? I was getting flowers for the Noosterite, and I told myself not to continue on the path, but I was on, and I overrode that. Yeah, so you got hurt because you didn't listen to your intuition, man. Authentic purpose, that inspiration inside. You got the free will to listen to that, you know, that voice inside that's like, hey, yo, don't do that. There's flowers over there. All right. Awesome stars. Thank you so much. All right, so I'll do like a reading for those. Again, guys, tonight's the night that I do the reading for the members that are here every night, on every month. They pay $2.99 to be here, and I do like donation-based thing with them. But I will do a reading for the others of you that are in here at this time, just to see what comes through. And then I am gonna go live. What is today? Thursday? I'll go live tomorrow night to do free readings for the channel at the same time-ish, like 9-ish, 9:30-ish. So tomorrow night I'll do free live readings. They'll be like first come, first serve. But right now, those of you who are in here, that have been in here, that are just kind of open to receive, let's see what's coming through for everybody. And then I'm gonna go finish cleaning this monster. All right, what do we want? What is the message? Did something flip? Nothing flipped. This is the deck that I made. It is my divine time. Ooh, okay. So a few weeks to go. You can make it faster. You can make it slow with perspective. Okay, everybody? Our perspective it shapes everything around us. If we're looking like I should go down this path. No, I shouldn't. Or like I'm going down this path and it's taking so fucking long, and other people could look at it and be like, oh my God, that was so fast. Our perspective really does, you know, make things change rapidly or not so rapidly, dependent upon what our perspective is. And sometimes the perspective gets mixed up because of other people's influence, or because of our doubts or our fears, or because we're not listening to our intuition, or because our parents instilled something into us, or society instilled something into us. But they're saying there's only a few weeks to go. You can make it faster, you can make it slow. And with 212, it is awakening a partnership, the manifesting of those thoughts, the progression of love. So for those of you that are wanting true love, it doesn't have to be that far away. The true love can manifest. The progression of love can be yours very rapidly, but just don't ever stop working on yourself. Stay motivated to knowing that you deserve that, and to let go of the things that you don't deserve, right? Like, it's okay to put an ending to people who lie or cheat or manipulate or decide they don't want us, but then they do, and then they don't, and then they do, right? Like, no, like, we want a new beginning that's an actual new beginning, not like a fucking repeated cycle. We want to close out the cycles that haven't been in alignment, so our mission can be realigned into the right place, and we can have things move that feel good, create and inspire. It'll set your life on fire. So some of us need to just focus on creating in our own lives, like, not necessarily focused on, like, if you've been wanting love, don't focus on love, because if you're focusing on, like, what's, like, I want love and it's not here and I'm looking for him and I can't find him, that's what you'll keep seeing. So it could be fast or slow, depending on if you just continue to work on yourself and go out and create and inspire, set yourself on fire. Know that, like, when you're filled up and you're feeling good and you're doing things for you, things are gonna be attracted to you across the board. Do you not see you're already free? And remember that too. Like, you are sometimes, like, I've been single for a while now, that I'm like, I don't know, man, like, I remember what it was like to live with somebody, and it wasn't always it wasn't free. It was a bunch of bullshit, like, why are you wearing makeup? Why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. Just all the time. So, no. And, like, but not every relationship's like that either. Like, I had to take some time off by myself to heal, to get away from, like, expecting that or attracting more of those types of people. But you are already free. Embrace the freedom, and be excited about your freedom. Don't look at it as like, oh, it's just so bad, because that's that perspective again of, like, I'm alone and nobody wants me and I'm gonna die alone. If you think that and feel that, you're gonna see that. But if you could be patient, and again, this message was coming through earlier, and trust, just like that, they will be back. Whoever it is meant to be will show up. It could be somebody that you're going to reconcile the past with, or it could be somebody that is going to be a whole new chapter. It could be somebody from a past life. But it could be seconds if you count all your blessings. So we got to shift our focus and focus on what is good and what is available to us. Again, expecting to be wowed rather than expecting to be like, oh, it's going to be another bad motherfucker. They're going to lie. They're going to be up my ass. Again, stop and look around. All you want will be found. Oh my goodness, I split the deck and look at 27. Partnership and romance. It's gonna come. It will come. But you gotta be cool, man. You just gotta be cool. Cool, calm, collected. Have some fun. Don't want it. If you want it, it won't come. If you want it, it's that weird fucking thing in the world. If we want something too much, we block it. Know what you want, but release it and trust that, like, if it's meant for me, it'll be. If we're like, it's never gonna come, then it's never gonna come. But also, if we're like, it has to come, it's never gonna come. Okay? And for some of you, there is a never with somebody that you need to acknowledge and be like, yeah, no, that person's never gonna be this. Like, I've been wanting them to be this, and they can't be that. Like, that's just not them. They're not that way. They don't feel that way. They don't do those things. Why am I trying to put them into a role that they can't fulfill? Like, they're just no. Like, if you want a romantic, loving, like, Casanova type of, like, I'm gonna love you to the ends of the earth, I'm never gonna lie or cheat, like, we can't go with the person that lies and cheats, right? So for some, we do need to say never and be like, okay, honey, they're whack, like, they're deceiving. They might be back, but honey, they're whack. Like, no, let's let that go. But for others, you're shifting timelines and coming into wholeness and completion, and you may find that enough time has passed that you can come together and celebrate. Okay, it says, gather round and raise a glass. Finally found enough time has passed with Thanksgiving celebration. So for some of you, you could shift into the timeline of, like, okay, whatever was, like, not working out could work out. And for others of you, recognizing what isn't ever gonna work out, letting that go, shifting into a better place and aligning with the one that would make you feel happy. Because you're not gonna feel happy with somebody that doesn't show up in the way that you want them to show up. For some of you, there will be somebody that you miss that comes in for a kiss, but decades will come and go if you don't choose to grow. So either way, it's time for you to choose to grow. If you've been out of alignment, it's time to choose yourself. It's time to let go of expectations, and it's also time to get honest with yourself of like, am I trying to manifest something that can't be manifested? Am I trying to make somebody be something that they aren't? Am I putting a false label on somebody? Am I being strategic, right, rather than trusting? Because in love, like, we don't want to be strategic. We don't want to be playing those fucking weird games of like, oh, you only texted me 5 minutes ago, so I'll wait 10 minutes. Like, that stuff is stupid. And if that's not what you want, then don't participate in those types of behaviors, you know? Acquiring the knowledge to overcome the insecurities and the manipulation that we've been through, and having that positive expectation and clarity surrounding what we're wanting is going to bring us to prosperity, abundance, and wealth. All right? Sweet. Yay. Being married can be a pain in your butt, lol. Yeah, I feel like I was married a couple times. See, I was young when I got into relationships, but I stayed in relationships for a very long time. From the time that I was 15 until like the time I was 20, it was pretty much one person. We broke up and got back together, but it was like that person. And then there was another person that was like a few years, another person for a few years, and then another person for 10 years. And to come out of a 10-year fucking shit show was like, ugh. And now I'm 40, and I'm like, I just stay alone. I like being by myself, though, because all the people that were near me were not nice. Have you met my husband since I was 17? And I'm 52 now. Wow. That's awesome. Have I met your husband? Or you met your husband when you were 17? There's a lot of people out there like that. They're like, they met really young and they stay together. I don't know if it's so common anymore. I feel like the new generation is like, fuck everybody, sleep around. I don't know. I think it depends on where people are born too, because I've seen different cultures, like different states, different types of people. You met, okay. I was like, have I met? No, I don't know. I'm like, have I? Maybe. Seven of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. This is my mushroom deck. What time is it? What are the fucking chances? I never look at the clock for normal times. Spirit Path of the North. Releasing burdens. Where does this go? Alright, everybody. So it's getting late, but I will be back tomorrow night to do free readings for the channel. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you guys very much for joining me. Thank you for those who came in for the membership. Thank you for hanging out. Same here. I enjoy my alone time. Got plenty to do. Got a flock of hens again after 9 years without those fresh eggs. Awesome sauce. I keep having like a lot of like chicken egg synchronicities. Like it keeps coming up. Keeps coming up. I saw a video of a lady that got like, she got a silky, and she like always said she would never get one. She didn't like them, and now she's like, but I love it so much. But I guess they're not really good for eggs. I don't know. They're more so good for being soft and comfy. Thank you. All right. Oh, see, spouse. Your spouse will come when you least expect it. Stay studying your spiritual and religious stuffs. Pay attention to those vows. Take care of your baby.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a great night. I will see you tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Inmune, namaste.